they wanted $150 extra if they were to come and install it. So doing this job yourself can save you $150. And let me be honest with you, it's not a hard job. It's super easy. Follow the safety protocol, which is literally turning off the light. That's all you need to do when you're working on it. If you want to go outside, you can flip your breaker, and that will offer you a little bit more protection if you're worried that someone might bump the light switch. But as long as the power is off the light, it's perfectly safe to work with, and I'll show you how to wire it up correctly. Super easy job, save you a lot of money, so let's get started. Alright, so our first step is going to be to shut off this light. And with the light off, I'm just taking a socket, which is 5/16 in my case. Yours might be different, and this process will be very similar no matter what vanity light bar you are installing. Almost dropped that down the sink. Okay. Now for the next one. And almost dropped that one down the sink too. Okay. So now with both of those off, we can pull it. And we're going to come and undo these wires ties. So just simply twist them out. Like so. Do the same for this one. There we go. You might have to give it a little pull, and it should come right out. Alright, so our next step is going to be to take off this wire tie for the ground. As you can see, this is perfectly safe. I'm touching all these wires and I'm not getting shocked. As long as that light switch is off, you'll be perfectly fine. Alright, so now that that's out, we're going to undo these two screws. Alright, good. Now that those are out, you can just give this a little wiggle. Now, because this was painted over, the paint is connected. And we're going to have to untwist this wire just like so. And now we can just pull this out. Alright, now that we have that old bracket off, we can install our new bracket. Every light has a different bracket that mounts onto an electrical box, because every light is a little bit different. So we're going to have to take out our new screws out of our hardware. Your light should come with the proper mounting hardware, no matter which one you get. Okay, here. Start that right there. Same for that one right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take my screwdriver and not tighten these down all the way. Just enough to where I could still move it around, but it'll stay in the position that I leave it. Okay, as you can see, we can still slightly move that around. So now our next step is going to be to take out this screw on the top here, and we're going to want to get this level. Hold the level right on the top there. that way. Good. So now we're going to hold that in position so it doesn't move while we finally tighten it down all the way. All right, to wire this up, it is super simple. So you're going to take one of your wire nuts and it is simple as white goes to white, black goes to black, and copper goes to copper. Or the bare wire goes to the bare wire. It's not hard. You might have to work with it a little bit. Alright, so just screw it in like that. Give it a tug. Make sure it's making a good connection. Now we're going to grab our other wire nut and put black with black. Now, if your white wire, it sometimes happens that the old one, this one coming out the wall, may be a little bit faded, but just know that black goes to black, bare goes to bare, and sometimes this wire may be green, but bare would go to green, and that's simple as wiring it up. So just match the colors. So I just finished twisting that together. Put our wire cap on, like so. Tighten down and give it a tug. Okay, now this step is not necessary, but it is a step that I like to take just to be on the safe side. Just put a little bit of electrical tape. It kind of acts as a strain relief, so that way that won't pop off in case this fixture got dropped somehow. And it just acts as an extra layer of protection. Alright, we have them all taped up. When you tape them up, don't just use any tape. Make sure you use electrical tape. And now we're going to shove these wires back in behind here, so that way we have some room to fit this light fixture on. Alright, so all those are back there like so. So we can just bring that on. We're going to grab our little screws and screw it into the mount. This is what happens when you follow directions and make sure that it was perfectly lined up. But in the manufacturing, they didn't make their holes perfectly lined up. So we have to now take this off. And we're going to have to unscrew that bracket and move it to the left a little bit. Alright, so in case you're having struggle getting yours lined up, I just left the screws inside behind here loose. So that way I can just move the whole fixture until it's level. And then I can take off the fixture. And then tighten the screws right here. Alright, so after we've got level, just tighten those two screws, and now we just need to get little glass pieces and the lights. Alright, so to put on these glass things, you're going to put that on, twist this cup, sure it's all nice and centered. And tighten it up like that. Alright, so we're about to switch on these lights for the first time, and it works. Wow, it looks really nice. So as you can see, we still have a little bit of paint touch-up to do because the old fixture covered that whole area, and between that time that was up there, the house got painted. So just a little bit of paint touch-up to do that we'll do later on, but that is how you install a vanity light fixture. It was super simple, super easy. Definitely, you can do it yourself. You don't have to pay the extra $150 for someone from Lowe's to come and do it for you. Save the money. Take, the hour or less, actually, that it takes to put it in. And yeah, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.